Nope, that's it. As of right now, Ron DeSantis is currently polling at 0% for me. And I don't blame him personally for what his campaign does, but I do not see how he recovers from this. Ron DeSantis' campaign has reportedly used deep fake AI images of Trump embracing Fauci to smear him. And I say outright, hard F no. Not happening. Nope. You will not get me behind DeSantis in any capacity now. This crosses the line in a way I can't even describe. It is beyond fake news. It is beyond lies and manipulation. And I am pissed off. I got to tell you, I just recorded a segment where I said DeSantis gives us everything we want in Florida. It would be great if we had him as president. But this was basically like him spitting directly in our faces. I know that Donald Trump's biggest weakness is Fauci. They know it as well. And they just destroyed any opportunity they had to actually criticize Trump over the policies of Fauci and Birx. I do not believe that a disavowal from DeSantis would be sufficient at this point. They have run a deep fake ad and have effectively made themselves garbage in my eyes. And I'm kind of bummed to say it. I'm kind of bummed to see it because I really, really do like the policies and the hard work DeSantis' team has put in. But whoever did this should be fired on the spot. DeSantis should put out a video right now saying the individual responsible for creating fake images of Donald Trump to smear him has been terminated from this campaign, and we will not tolerate it. Only then will I actually consider bumping up my support for this man. Look, I've been leaning towards Trump, and it's only because I think he's going to fire people. In fact, when it comes to the policies of these two men, I actually think Ron DeSantis' domestic policy hits it out of the park. I think that Donald Trump's foreign policy, best we've seen in a long time. We don't know exactly what DeSantis has in store foreign policy-wise, and a lot of people are concerned he'll be a neocon. Okay, let's have those debates in the primary, but now I'm done. I don't even know how he comes back from this. Here's the story from The Verge. DeSantis attack ad uses fake AI images of Trump embracing Fauci. The fake images depict Trump kissing Fauci on the cheek, allowing the DeSantis campaign to frame Trump as a close supporter of Fauci's policies combating COVID-19. It's right there. You can see it clear as day. The White House logo in the room doesn't even have English. It's very obviously fake. It looks like it might be Midjourney. Dude, I am pissed off. I'm seriously ready to flip some tables over, man. In my own office that belonged to me. I would never subject anyone else to that. I can't believe it, man. Let me play the ad for you. Let me see if I think I have it right here. This is the ad that let's zoom in. I'm going to play it for you. You can hear it for yourself. And then it's 40 seconds long. We'll come back and I'll show you where and we'll highlight where the deep fakes are. I assume most of you will easily be able to spot them. The tweet from the DeSantis war room says, Donald Trump became a household name by firing countless people on television. But when it came to Fauci, and here's the video they made.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're all fired. All four are fired. You're fired. You're fired.
Today I walk in, I hear I'm going to fire him. I'm not firing him. I think he's a wonderful guy.
Should you have fired Fauci?
So a lot of people ask me that question, and I did it right. Because if you do fire him, you're going to have a firestorm on the left again.
Why did you feel unable to fire Fauci?
Personally, you're not allowed to.
Every time he goes on television, there's always a bomb, but there's a bigger bomb if you fire him.
Frankly, you can't win that one. If I would have done it, I would have taken heat.
DeSantis war room has just done the unthinkable and probably, I don't know, man. Look, you go ahead and keep supporting him if you want. Don't know, don't care. I'm done. I have been warning about this. I have been talking about deep fake videos. I've been talking about how they will try to lie, cheat, and steal to trick you into believing fake bull crap so they can win political power. And the DeSantis war room decided that they would publish fake images. Let's play it again.
Unable to fire Fauci.
Personally, you're not allowed to.
Right here. Here it is. Plain as day. and obvious as obvious gets. In fact, some might argue they're simply trying to make a point about how buddy-buddy he was with Fauci using art. It says real life Trump in the image. It says in the video, real life Trump, and then it shows 3 fake images of Donald Trump embracing and even kissing Fauci on the forehead or on the face. Man, I don't even know what to say. Look, this is over the top. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. If you think it stops here, you're wrong. It's only going to get worse. I didn't think we'd see it so soon, and I didn't think it'd come from the DeSantis camp. The Verge reports the campaign backing Ron DeSantis as Republican presidential nominee in 2024 has used what experts identify as AI-generated deepfakes in attack ads against rival Donald Trump. Now, I don't know if the DeSantis War Room is the official account of Ron DeSantis' campaign. It has been reported by a bunch of different outlets that it is the DeSantis campaign doing this. And I believe, and the DeSantis War Room will just make sure we're getting it as clear as possible. DeSantis War Room on Twitter says rapid response for @Ron DeSantis with the website listed as rondesantis.com. So as far as I can tell, this is the official campaign account or an official campaign account for Ron DeSantis. I believe it was a super PAC. They couldn't directly link and associate with him. So I believe the reports are correct. But I want to make sure it's clear. I don't know who runs the DeSantis War Room. On June 5th, the DeSantis War Room Twitter account shared a video emphasizing Trump's support for Anthony Fauci, a former White House chief medical advisor. We know who Fauci is. Calm down. They said the video includes real clips of Trump discussing Fauci and a collage of 6 pictures of the two men together. Of the 6 images, 3 appear to be AI generated, showing Trump embracing Fauci. In the collage below, they are top left, bottom middle, and bottom right. And you can see it says real life Trump. I am infuriated by this. The brazen and disgusting attempt to trick us. Trump should have sidelined Fauci. I'd be very careful here. Fauci is a weakness of Trump. When asked why he didn't fire him, he says he couldn't. He's not wrong. Bureaucrats are hard to get rid of. That's the point of Schedule F. It's why I think Trump is slightly better. He's going to go and he's going to fire these people. Not so sure DeSantis would. Now, Trump says he didn't want to fire him because it would make a firestorm and he just can't do that. But there's things he could have done he did not do. Trump could have sidelined Fauci, shut him down, stopped him. He didn't do it. That's on Trump. But you know what? Doesn't matter at this point. Not for now. We can absolutely criticize Trump over having Birx and Fauci 100%. But the idea, look at this image. So they actually show you this image right here. It says the sign that appears behind the podium of the White House press briefing room. It shows the White House and says the White House, Washington. In one of the images, it says Mehap W.EMS. Yes, because AI does not know how to create language. It can only create a facsimile. When it comes to the images of Trump and Fauci or any person, it basically just tries to recreate many of these features. When it comes to language, it can recreate the features, but doesn't have the ability to order them properly into cohesive language. The fakes were first identified by the AFP, who note that the real images in the collage above can be seen here. The 3 fake images show no results in reverse image searches and have a number of tells that suggest they are AI generated. These tells include glossy and blurred textures, particularly in the hair and flesh of the two men, physically unrealistic poses, particularly in the top left image. This one's really important to point out. Trump and Fauci embracing each other, arms around each other, and Trump's arm being so long that it wraps all the way around Fauci and comes at the other side. Ridiculous deepfake. Absolutely ridiculous. They say, and an inaccurate reproduction of the White House press briefing room. For example, the top left image, you can see a recreation of the sign that appears behind the press briefing podium. And that in real life says the White House, Washington. So this is, I just showed you this. Compare this to the sign that appears in the top left from the DeSantis ad. The shade of blue is different and the text is nonsense. Recreating legible text is a challenge for current AI image generation systems. Look at the image more closely, And you can see how Trump and Fauci's faces are unrealistically posed, almost overlapping one another, and how Trump's hair looks oddly smooth and featureless. Mehehap WMs. Amazing. Look at this. The hair is textureless and blurry. Haney Farrett, an expert in image forensics and professor at the University of California, told the AFP that it was highly likely that the images were fake, particularly as they could not be found in reverse image searches. Highly likely? Come on, it says mehehap. Mehehap is not a real word that appears, as far as I can tell, anywhere. Digital media forensics expert Siwei Liu came to the same conclusion, noting abnormalities in the three images. I'm pretty sure these are not real photos. The DeSantis War Room Twitter account was launched last August by DeSantis' political aide, Christina Pushaw, and its use of AI shows the increasing normalization of deepfakes in U.S. politics. Earlier this year, Donald Trump shared an AI-created image of him praying, as well as an audio deepfake mocking DeSantis' campaign launch on Twitter. After Joe Biden announced he would be running for re-election in 2024, the RNC published an attack ad that also featured AI-generated imagery. All of it bad. But I want to make sure I want to make sure this is clear. A lot of people are saying that, well, but Donald Trump shared an AI video mocking DeSantis. Are you joking? An obvious fake Twitter Spaces where the FBI is like, we're here to get Trump. Yeah, and then Trump comes in and says, we're going to win. We're going to be the best campaign ever. Like, not believable in any sense. It was an obvious troll and everyone knew it was a gag. As for the context around the Biden AI generated attack, I think it's all bad. All of it is bad. What makes me particularly angry is Ron DeSantis' campaign passing off these images saying real life Trump. It's all bad. It shouldn't be. The ad depicts a dystopian version of the U.S. if Biden is reelected. It also raises worrying questions about the place of deepfakes in political campaigns. It's from April. Let me play you this video. This is Beat Biden from the RNC.
This just in, we can now call the 2024 presidential race for Joe Biden.
My fellow Americans.
This morning, an emboldened China invades Taiwan.
Financial markets are in free fall as 500 regional banks have shuttered their doors.
Border agents were overrun by a surge of 80,000 illegals yesterday evening.
Officials closed the city of San Francisco this morning, citing the escalating crime and fentanyl crisis.
Who's in charge here? It feels like the train is coming off the tracks.
The video here that they're also concerned about, rightly so, but still, to be fair, is clear fiction. It clearly says a fictional dystopian version of the U.S. if Biden wins. That's normal. Saying something like, if he wins, you'll see this, that, or otherwise. They do that in politics all the time. The use of AI images to create a fictional version of reality that they outright say is the future is not the same thing. I still think it's bad to get into this terrain, but it is nothing compared to what they did with this. They say, although some of these cases are obvious fakes, like Trump's audio deepfake, which features the devil and Adolf Hitler, campaigns continue to blur the line between parody and disinformation. With this latest example, the mixture of fake and real images in a single collage further makes the distinction even harder. It takes what is a plausible narrative of Trump and Fauci as friendly collaborators and encourages viewers already inclined to believe this framing to see it as well-evidenced truth. Deepfakes are helping politicians create their own reality. I have to imagine that many on the left are also deeply offended because Trump supporters don't like Fauci. And trying to paint this picture, they're probably like, hey, excuse me. You know, the people who like Fauci are like, no. You don't get to accuse us of that. This is crazy. Look, The Verge brings up in the same article the AI ad about Biden. But the reason this did not raise alarm bells is because showing fake pictures of Biden smiling and winning with Kamala and then showing AI images of fighter jets and war, when it tells you this is what the future has in store, no one genuinely believes it's an actual crystal ball future. It's a fictional ad. And I will tell you, these images are much more clearly fake. Like, this is nonsense. This like, it's not even anything. Like, it says, the ad contains a series of stylistic images imagining Biden's re-election. Imagining. It suggests this will lead to a series of crises. A small disclaimer in the top left says built entirely with AI imagery. So let me, okay, it's very small. It should be bigger. But again, if someone makes an artistic rendering to make a political point, I got no problem with that. And this is where we get into dangerous territory with AI. I think we have to be very, very careful in this regard. They may be using AI to create something fictional, but the line is being blurred. Ron DeSantis' team has stepped right over it in a way that is shockingly offensive to me and should be offensive to everyone in this country. They say a small disclaimer says built entirely with AI. An AI-generated look into the country's possible future if Joe Biden is reelected in 2024, a spokesman for the RNC told Axios. It was the first ad of its kind put out by the organization. It's not clear what tools were used. I do believe likely it's Midjourney. Midjourney is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible what it can make. Images coming out where Donald Trump is being arrested or I made one where I called it Generalissimo Trump. And it was Donald Trump with a mustache and a military uniform surrounded by like South American, like military personnel. And it's hilarious, but it looks real. It looks absolutely real. But I just don't think anyone would genuinely believe that Generalissimo Trump is a real thing. I wouldn't want to put out any AI images that would trick or confuse people. I put out pictures of like Donald Trump as Goku going Super Saiyan, which is like an anime thing for those that don't know. This crosses the line. Absolutely. Someone responded to my tweet saying Trump's team used AI-generated video and audio to mock DeSantis' announcement on Twitter like 25 minutes into the spaces. So let's not get carried away. Are you kidding? The fake Twitter space that Trump put up had the devil in it. Did anyone actually believe the devil was in a Twitter space commenting on Ron DeSantis? Don't play that. Man, the people who are simping for DeSantis, no dice. It's crazy. Recently, in the past couple of weeks, I put out a tweet. It was about Jazz Jennings, who lives in Florida. And it was a video compilation of I Am Jazz, the show. I think it's called I Am Jazz. Maybe it's not. It's something else. I don't know. But Jazz, of course, received a child sex change operation as a minor and underwent a child sex change, I think, starting at the age of 11 years old. In response to this video, I said, where's Ron DeSantis? This is all happening in Florida? Question, this is all happening in Florida? Where's DeSantis? And the DeSantis press people started attacking me over it, calling me a grifter, and DeSantis fans attacked me for it. Guess what? As it turns out, Jazz Jennings did receive gender surgery while living in Florida, while Florida was currently under the leadership of Ron DeSantis in 2020, I believe it was. So don't come at me and play these dirty games. Y'all could have just said, we take it seriously, trust us, we're working on something. And I'd accept that. I think Ron DeSantis is doing a great job in Florida. Instead, they snapped. All the DeSantis diehards got culty. It's so weird. Yeah, I'm not interested in living in any of these crackpot worlds. You come out and you tell me that Donald Trump is the real president or whatever, and he's going to get reappointed in March. And I'm just like, no, it's not happening. And guess what? It didn't. You come at me and vomit up simping for Ron DeSantis no matter what. And I say, not interested. Prove to me you're a good candidate. I'm pissed off. I am seriously pissed at them running this deep fake. I don't know if there's coming back from this for Ron. At least for me. I know a lot of people probably still want to support him. They don't care about this. That's fine. But you will never see anybody sit in front of me and get me to praise this man. Not unless he absolutely fires the people behind the DeSantis war room. Done. End of story. He's got to personally come out, say they're fired. No scapegoating. Now, look, I don't know who's responsible for this. But what The Verge says is that the DeSantis war room, I believe it's The Verge that points this out. Let me make sure I get this right. The Twitter account, the DeSantis war room, was launched by Christina Pashaw. So I want to know who did this, who signed off on it. If it's Christina running it, Ron, fire her. No, dude, I'm not playing games. This is a red line, ladies and gentlemen. If we allow anyone any leeway into using fake images to smear their opponents, we must stop it now. Ron, take the stand, say, no, we reject this, shut it down, apologize, delete, and fire whoever is responsible. Here's my concern. They're going to scapegoat somebody. This is what they do. They're going to find some low-level person. They're going to say, we didn't know, scapegoat. Not happening. They lost me on this one. I don't know, man. I really don't think there's anything they could do at this point to get me to vote for Ron DeSantis. They've just ended whatever support I may have had for them. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been ragging on the guy. I've said he's got no charisma. I've said, but I believe there was a chance that, look, Ron's got to pick this up. And I said, even a few days ago, he's doing better. He's getting good. Doesn't matter anymore. Does not matter to me one bit. You lost me. What's going to happen to this country in the future moving forward with this kind of stuff? It sends chills down my spine. It's bad enough that Joe Biden used the very fine people hoax to launch his campaign in 2020. It's bad enough. When did they launch? It was 2020, right? Was it late 2019? I don't know. Lying about what Trump said, manipulating the American people, and condemning us to a world of psychotic ignorance. You want to play that game, DeSantis? You want to be in that world? Do it. Fine. But I will make sure that just like Joe Biden, I will speak out against what you have done. Understanding the truth is paramount. We may disagree. Our opinions may clash. But if we can agree on what is true, then we can save this country. That's always been what we're about. So when I have a discussion or a debate with even my friends on this show, maybe Seamus and I discussing various issues pertaining to abortion or child sex change surgery, we know that we agree on what is true. We may disagree on our political views of what is the appropriate solution to these problems. This is evil. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up at 4 p.m. on this channel. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all then.